Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I created this fun comic inspired nail set. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Here I have my nail tips all ready to go, and I'm going to start with my nail primer, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply my nail primer first. No, I do not buff the nail surface before I add primer because that's basically what this primer does. And I'm so grateful to have discovered this secret of life because I was not about that buff life before. And I think I had heard of this originally from Alicia the Nail Doctor on Instagram, and she made it make so much sense where she was like, before you paint, don't you use a primer to prime the wall or prime whatever you're painting? And I was like, that is so true. So ever since then, I use a nail primer without buffing, and I let it air dry because this is the kind that air dries. I don't know if there are other kinds actually, but from all that I've looked up, they air dry. But anyway, I apply the primer to all of my nails and let it air dry, and I don't have any issues with it chipping or anything like that. It works like a dream, and yeah, it's just something that I think you should get hip to if you are about that buff life, because it just cuts down on the dust and your arm wanting to fall off from always buffing, especially if you do a bunch of nails and prep them all at the same time. So I'm just going to continue adding my primer, and I'll see you at the next step. So after my primer has air dried, I go ahead and base coat my nails. Okay, so my base coat is dead. As you can see, I use Beetles. I love Beetles products except their matte top coat. It's trash. I hate it. But I'm going to base coat all of my nails, and it's turned upside down because I like to get every single last drop of product because I'm just that person. And waste not, want not, and all. So I literally did just run out of base coat on this set, and then I did my mom's nails, and then that was really all that was left for this. But I turned it upside down. That's just the life I live. So my new base coat is not coming for like a week, and I don't know how I'm going to make it because I can't do anything without that. But I'm just showing you the struggles of life. So I'm just going to go ahead and base coat all of my nail tips, like I said, after the primer has dried, and I'll see y'all at the next step. Oh, also, I will cure this base coat for 60 seconds in the lamp after I've completed them all. Okay, to kick things off, I'm going to be using a white as my base because I'm going to put neon on top, and just white always makes your neon pop. I don't care what anyone says. It looks like a totally different neon once you use a white underpaint. So I'm going to go ahead and base coat all of my nails with white. As you can see in the beginning, showing you what color it is, it's just a white. I use Beetles, and I don't know why Beetles has so many different names for their white when all of their whites and blacks are exactly the same, but they number them differently. No idea why they do that. Maybe it's a formulaic reason or something, but I don't know. It's just white. Okay, here are the colors I'm going to use. This is 347 by Beetles, and I'm about to show you that it's the exact same color. If you have 134, they're both the same neon greens, and you can definitely use that. And then 133 is like a neon yellow. My lamp is on in the corner, so you can kind of see it glow. And what I like to do is, whatever I'm ombreing, I like to paint my nails that lightest part of the ombre first. So I just went ahead and painted the nails that I know is going to be this neon yellow, and I'm going to ombre, and as you can see, it glows in the lamp. It's really cool. Next, I'm going to take my cosmetic sponge. This is a makeup cosmetic wedge sponge. They have them everywhere, and I like to do my ombre this way. So I already used it on the first 5 nails. This is me coming to do the next set of 5 for her nail set, and I'm just going to go ahead and put some on my cosmetic sponge. And yes, I'm at the bottom with this color, but I'm one of those people, like I keep saying, so I turn my bottle upside down to get all the product. And I like to go ahead and paint my ombre colors on the sponge, and I mix them a little bit where they touch just so I can get a good ombre effect. And that is how I do my ombre. It's what I'm most comfortable with, but I do have the as if ombre brush by Nails by Dev because I bought a pack of her 3-pack that she had for brushes, and you're supposed to use it like this and dab it upside down and use it dry, and it's supposed to do ombre, and it looks amazing when she does it, but mine looks like trash. And I need more practice or something, but I'm just more comfortable using my makeup cosmetic sponge, and that's just, it never fails me. My ombre comes out the best every time I do it, and probably because that's what I learned with and what I'm most comfortable with, so I like to just go ahead and use that. So I've cured my nails at this point, I believe, and I'm just taking the white ones off because I'm going to do something different with those. And I'm just going to take my ombre sponge, and whichever way I want my ombre, I like to just line it up, see where it's going to work, well, how it's going to work for me, and then I go ahead and do my ombre effect. I'm sorry if I'm out of frame right here. I don't know why that is, but hopefully it gets better in a second. I don't know. As you can probably tell, this is a voiceover, so I've already filmed me creating these. So like I said, I like to go ahead and dab my cosmetic sponge up and down, back and forth, and just smooth it out as best I can so that I don't get bubbles or too much of texture on it, because that can happen. But like I said, I'm pretty comfortable doing my ombre like this, and I've been doing it for years and years. So I just go ahead and ombre the nails that I wish to have that effect on, and then I cure it for 60 seconds in the lamp each time, and I'm just showing you what it looks like. And the first layer is pretty cool, but I'm going to do more because I'm extra. So yeah, I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds, and now I'm just going to re-up on my colors that's on my sponge and go ahead and add the colors again. Now I really don't have to, because the sponge, obviously it's a sponge, it absorbs and holds a lot, so you probably could do like 2-3 coats of a color, dabbing it before you re-up on your color, but I just want mine really opaque and just really smooth, so every time I dab it on the nails, I just add more color to it if I feel like I need to, and that's just what I'm doing here. Okay, so next I'm just going to go ahead and do my second coat. And like I said, the first coat was pretty cool, and I think it would have a really neat effect if I would have just left it with the first coat, because I did like that, but I wanted to go with a more opaque ombre. And like I said, I just dab it upside down and side to side to just get a really neat effect, and that's what I'm just going to continue to do. And I do think I end up doing like 3 coats, because I don't know, I just felt like doing 3 coats of this. And it's just really fun, and I just like to play and paint in general, so when I do ombre, it's just the most fun. Like, ombreing things and doing marble is so fun. So here I'm just showing you like what it would look like 2 coats versus the 1 coat that I have on the pinky, and I'm just picking out like some lints because sometimes that happens, and then I'll just go over it again with my cosmetic sponge to not have those indentations in the nail. So yeah, I'm just going to continue with my ombre, and it looks pretty cool with 2 coats too, but like I said, I just wanted it really opaque because I love these 2 colors. They're like my favorite 2 neon colors, or just colors in general, especially that green. I love it, so it's so pretty. And I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds in the lamp. Next, for a third coat, I'm coming in and I'm going to go ahead and do a third coat, but I'm showing you it's pretty good there. And if you have any imperfections, your top coat is going to get that together, guaranteed. Whether you use a glossy top coat or a matte top coat, it's just going to smooth everything out, and you're not even going to be able to tell. So don't freak out if you feel like it has a texture or something to it. And then if it still has a texture for some odd reason, I don't know why it would, after your top coat, you could still buff whatever that indentation is out and then top coat again. But I've not ever had that happen, knock on wood, so I don't know. But I'm just showing you the difference between the 2 coats and then the third coated nail with this wedge effect. So that's what I was doing there. And yeah, I'm just going to stop at 3 coats because I think it's good for what I was going for, and I just really love the overall effect. And I'm going to cure this in the lamp for 60 seconds. Next step is to draw quotations. So what I'm doing is I'm drawing a little square, and then I'll draw kind of like a J, a lowercase j shape, to create the comic quotations. And it's kind of inspired by some nails that I've done 2 summers back for my website. They're still there, and I think they're called Comic Pop. But when my cousin was telling me the aesthetic that she's going for and what she likes, I just went ahead and showed her this picture of the ones that I've done before, and she really liked them. So I was super excited to be able to try them on her nail set. And so basically I'm just drawing squares and a lowercase j shape, but making them opposite of each other like quotations would be. And I'm using white because that's pretty much what it usually looks like. If you are into nail art or follow nail trends, you know it's pretty much white, and then you just outline it in black like a comic, and that's what I'm doing here. And I think it looks really cool, and I'm just going to get rid of that little lint there and there, and that's how that looks. And I'm going to do that on certain nails. So again, I'm just going to draw a square, and then I'm going to draw a lowercase j shape, and then I switch them around. Oh my gosh, sorry y'all, I just saw a spider and it scared the living daylights out of me. So anyway, I'm just drawing lowercase j shapes, and you just want to switch them around from the top and bottom and make them look a little varied for the effect. And if you noticed, what I like to do is keep my lowercase j the width of the square that I drew. I don't make it wider at the start than the square that I've drawn. So hopefully that is making sense, but it makes sense in my head when I say it. And yeah, there you have your quotations, and they look really cute. Really love them. And then I'm going to cure this for 60 seconds in the lamp. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and draw an exclamation mark. I believe this is on one of the pinky nails. And at first I was going to go for a really like kind of crooked, as you can see, it has a little bend in it, a really stylized exclamation mark. Then I was just like, no, I can't. I'm just going to go ahead and make it straight. So I'm making an exclamation mark on the pinky, and I'm using white again because I'm going to come in with another color and fill it in. So that's how that's looking. Next, I'm going to go ahead and show you me outlining my quotation marks, and I'm going to be using black for this, and I'm using a 9mm brush, I believe, to do this as well. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and outline my quotations that I made. So you do want to pay attention to what you're making thick and what you're making thin as far as your lines are concerned, but that's the point of them looking comic book style like and hand drawn, that you want them to look kind of very for thick and thin with your lines, but at the same time you want to rein it in and not have it look too crazy. So that's why it really doesn't matter if your white original kind of blocks weren't perfect, because when you come in with the black you can fix it. So that's how it looks when you turn it around. Either way someone looks at it, it'll look like quotations, and that's really cool. So I'm just going to continue drawing my black lines, and if you have a shaky hand, just try to use your pinky for balance. I didn't do that here very much, but I usually do that. And if you can't put your pinky on something, just try putting the flat of your drawing hand where your pinky is on the table or whatever surface you're drawing on, and that really helps. I kind of have a shaky hand very seldom, but I usually have a very steady hand, and I've been drawing things on my nails and painting my own nails for years. So I really think I trained my fine motor skills in my hands, because I'm ambidextrous. When I do my nails I can use my left hand, but I don't really use my left hand often in life doing anything else but when I used to paint my natural nails. But like I said, I think I have a pretty good grip on my fine motor skills in my hands, so my hands don't shake very much. But hopefully those tips help you if you shake a lot if you're doing nails. And don't drink coffee, because I hear people that drink coffee, they shake a lot. I don't drink coffee, I drink tea. But anyway, I'm rambling. This is how the quotations turned out. I think they look really cool, and I love that they look kind of different. I love that about hand-drawn things, because I don't always like everything to look the same. And that's how you can tell something is hand drawn, because it just has little nuanced differences between things. So here I'm going to outline my exclamation mark, and I'm doing the same thing essentially that I did for the quotations, but this one I'm going to make it look a little bit more 3D, because I think that'll look really cool. Like right now, doesn't it look 3D? You can just leave it like that and it will be cool, I think, too. But you know, I'm extra and I want to go for a certain look, and that's just what I'm going to continue to do. And I don't think that I showed any inspiration pictures for these nails, because my cousin sent me some outfits that she may potentially be wearing and the colors in them. And that's why I went with this neon, because it's like a neon party or something that's going on, and I love neon green and neon yellow, so I definitely wanted to go with those colors. Plus I'm wearing that green anyway, if that's the green that's on my ring fingers on the set that I'm wearing on my nails. And yeah, I just love this green. But like I said, you can just do that and it looks really cool if you just left it black and white like that. But you know, like I said, we're gonna go for the 3D effect. But yeah, those are the inspiration pictures, and then she just let me freestyle. So I kind of did a combination of the set that I have available on the website, and then I just kind of did something a little different and a little funkier. So I think it turned out really cool. So here I'm just going outside of where I outline on one side to make it look a little bit 3D. So you don't want it to be all the way filled in on the side. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but when I get down to the bottom, you'll see what I mean. You don't want it to completely be level, I guess, your lines when you're doing this, because when I get to the dot part, I'm going to draw a little shadow, and then I'm going to go outside of the square shape that I did for the original dot. I guess that's a good way to explain it, so that it can make the 3D effect look more effective. I guess is what you call it. But you'll see what I'm doing, and hopefully I'm making sense. And yeah, that's how it turned out. And then I just belatedly realized that I did not fill this color in first before I drew the black lines. I usually fill in my color, but I don't know, my brain must have been on autopilot or cruise control or something. But that's what it's looking like. And then I'm going to come in and fill this in, actually, because I forgot to do that first. And I'm using 346 or something. I forget what purple this is, but it comes in a 6-pack. It's Beetles, of course. And this purple takes a couple of coats because it's not as opaque as some other colors, and especially because I put white underneath. And I think I am going to show you what purple this is. But yeah, this is the purple that I ended up using because one of the inspo pictures had purple in it, and then purple's my favorite color. And then this is the closest neon purple that I have, or closest purple color of gel that can look kind of neon. So I decided to go ahead and use that, and I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds in the lamp. And yeah, 346. Oh my gosh, I was right. So yeah, that's what color it is. And of course it's Beetles gel. I love Beetles gel polishes. And I'm just going to go in with a second coat after this has cured to get it to the opacity that I would like. And it could have went for a third coat, but I think it looks fine where it is. And it looks kind of dark, but it's not really that dark in real life. And you'll see when I show the end result that it's not as dark as it was looking when I was filming for some reason. And I don't know why it's so dark. I have overhead lights on and I work with a daylight lamp, and I don't know why the light just hates me. But yeah, that's how this exclamation mark turned out. And I'm going to cure that, of course, for 60 seconds in the lamp. Next step is to tackle those nails that I left white. I'm going to be using my Macart nail foil glue gel, and I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of that on the, I believe it was the thumbs and another finger on this hand that I did the comic strip foil on. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a coat of this on those nails that I left white, and then I cure it in the lamp for 60 seconds. So this is the nail foil I'm going to use, and I'm really liking this corner here, so I think I'm going to use that on one of, well, the thumb that I'm doing now. And I'm just making sure these are the images that I want to be on the thumb. So I'm just seeing how it will line up. And I like to hold my foil taut before I apply it. So once I get it out of the lamp, I align it, hold it taut, and I find that I get less wrinkles that way. And then you just want to take your nail, or I actually have the tool that you use. It's like rubber or silicone on the end, and you can rub the foil into your nail with that. But I don't know, I just like to use my nail, and I'm just pressing it down and rubbing it because that's how it transfers, and just making sure I get that down really good. And you want to peel it back slowly, and you can kind of tell on the edges that it didn't take, so I just run my nail across it some more to press it down better. Foil is so temperamental, and that's why I really don't like to use it. But I bought so many foils, y'all, when I decided to start my business, because I really thought that they were cute, first of all, and then secondly, I was like, oh, people will love these. And I've sold pretty much nothing with the foils, and I have so many. But yeah, if you peel it back slowly. You can see what didn't take, and you can just press down on it some more, and hopefully it will take, because like I said, it's so temperamental. But you want to peel it back slowly. So this is how this came out. It's pretty clean, y'all. I will admit it did come out pretty good. So pieces that I missed, I just go ahead and press it down and pull it back quickly, and it will usually take. And yeah, it's difficult to work with the foil, but sometimes it's worth it. And some foils work better than others, I find too, and my comic foil is really good. So this is how it took. It has a few missing spaces, but I think it adds to the appeal. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do the next nail while that sits. So I like to grab it as soon as it comes out of the lamp, hold my foil taut like I said, that way it will get not as many wrinkles. And then you just want to press it down, and I like to press it down in the middle of the nail first, and then press down the sides, and then just rub it in with my nail and my finger. Your tool, if you want to use your tool, or whatever implementation you want to use, and you just want to rub it so that it can take. And like a piece didn't take that I wanted right there, so I'm just going to put it back down and rub it some more, and then just slowly pull it back. But like I said, foil is very temperamental, and I find that some foils work better than others that I have. And I'm really sad that I don't really sell any nail foil sets, because they're really cool and I have so many, and they just sit there and haunt me because I don't use them. But anyway, I'm using them on this set, so that's really cool, and they came out pretty great. And I'm sorry I'm out of frame, y'all. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to show you how this one took. And this one took pretty well too. I didn't have that many issues with it, and that's the image that I was really liking for this nail. So I'm glad that it came out pretty good. And the edges I'm not really worried about, because I'm going to come in with black to outline it. But yeah, you can see it's pretty clean on the strip. It really took quite well. So that's how they are looking so far, and they look so cute. So now I'm going to take my matte top coat. This is Model 1's matte top coat, and I have used some matte top coats in my time, y'all. So this is the Babe Nail top coat that's in matte. They don't even have this on Amazon anymore. And then this is the Beetles top coat. I swear by Beetles, they are the best. But this matte top coat that they have sucks. I hate it because I've had chipping with it, and it just is so streaky, and I just don't like it. And I'm talking about me wearing it, not even for me having some of my family be guinea pigs for it. It's just so streaky. But this Model 1's one is the one I'm wearing now, and it's really good. I really love it. I've had this nail set on for 4 days so far, and I've not had any issues with it. And as you can see, when I was showing you my nails, they aren't streaky at all. And it's really nice. It gives it a nice velvety matte finish. Okay, here I'm taking my black and outlining all of my nails. I think I outlined pretty much all of the nails, and I had to clean my brush off because it was too stiff. I kind of want my brush loosey-goosey because it works better. And I'm just going to go ahead and outline all of my nails in black, just being careful to pay attention to the thickness of my nails and keeping it relatively the same, because that's the type of look that I'm going for. And I just love to outline nails. Any design where I get to outline nails is oddly satisfactory to me. I don't know what it is, but I love to do it. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish outlining all the nails, because I think it pulls the look together and it just makes everything work. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And like I said, you do want to pay attention and make sure you're keeping your lines pretty similar in width. You don't want to have them all different widths, unless that's what you're going for, then have at it. But I'm just being extra careful to pay attention to what I'm doing. And on this nail, I put the cart before the horse and put the matte top coat on it before I did my black line. So it's okay. I'm just going to put another matte top coat on it after I do these black lines. But yeah, that one, I got a little bit ahead of myself there. But I'm going back and making sure that I outline it. That's why it didn't matter if the foil didn't come out perfect on those edges. So that's what it's looking like. And now I'm applying my Model 1's matte top coat and just being careful not to drag or smear it, because matte has a tendency to do that sometimes. And you don't want to push your brush down on your nail or bear down hard, because it'll drag your color. So after that has all cured, I go ahead and use some rhinestone gel glue. That's my Model 1's one. And I put some on the exclamation mark finger. And now I'm filing the tips of my nails. I always file the nail tips last. And I'm using a 180 file. And I just file downward toward my feet just to make the edges sharp and get rid of those odd plastic tip ends that you get sometimes, like on this one here. And you don't want that because that's gross. So you just want to file that off and get rid of that. And that's what I'm doing. And we want a nice clean edge. And I brushed them off because I don't want the dust on them. And I'm just using a makeup brush, y'all, that I had that I never used. So this is the end result of the nails. They look so cool. I love how awesome they turned out. And this is the final result. My cousin loves her nails. She's already seen them. And she's just through the roof, as am I. So like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a great day.